In today's episode, we'll be telling you about an upcoming update as well as the latest news on the football event. We're also bringing in a champion to give you some top playing advice. Hello Tankers! The 22nd of July is fast approaching, and if you still haven't submitted your video for the Welcome Tanky contest, you really need to get a move on. Quite a few videos have rolled in already, but we think you can do a lot better. Here's a quick recap of the contest. Find as many tankers as possible in your town and get together with them. Shoot an awesome video to get us excited about visiting your city and send it to us. If your video wins, the Tanky online team will visit your city and organize a fan event with lots of cool prizes and gifts. Sound good? Then hurry up and send us your video. A few days ago we had the dramatic showdown for the Tooc clan Heart Cup. The title was snatched by the Death Machine clan, whose members have already received the unique Cobalt paint. Now the team's captain, Dead, is about to share with us some of his expertise. It's hard to imagine a better coach. Watch closely and take notes. Hey guys, this is Dead. Today we'll be discussing base defense and CDF battles. But first, you need to keep something in mind. These techniques will only be effective if your team is perfectly coordinated. So let's discuss the defense tactics using two maps as examples. We'll start with Serpukhov. Playing for the red team, the main flag defender is Mammoth and Smokey. Why Mammoth? Obvious. Heavyweight and lots of HP. And in this role, speed isn't needed. Here, Smokey is effective because it's a good all-rounder, good range and firing rate, solid impact force, and critical damage. Close by, the main defender between these houses should be Isida because it can heal, cool and unfreeze allies and also deal damage if needed. Near this house you'll need Freeze because it stops your opponent's attacks. In addition to the three defenders, a good team needs a midfield with Railgun. Positioned above the base, he can support the defense as well as aid the attack. On the blue side of the map, tactics will need to be a bit different. The flag defender should use Titan and Vulcan. Titan is better here for two reasons. It's a little faster and even heavier, so no one can push it. As for Vulcan, it's the best choice because its range and high impact force allows it to push away light hulls. Close to and behind the wall, you'll need Freeze to stop enemy attacks and cool Vulcan when it's overheating. Isida should be next to the house at the center of the base. Its job is to heal teammates and meet the flag carriers. Railgun will provide support from the hill close to the rock. I'm sure you've noticed that all the defenders are using Viking except for the player on the flag. That's because this hull has the perfect balance between speed and HP for defense. The next map will be Bobruisk. Though not very popular, it's tactically very interesting. If you still haven't tried to play there, try it for sure. Playing for the red team, the main defender should use Mammoth and Smokey and must stand on the flag. This will prevent the enemy from unexpectedly stealing your flag. Smokey is good for the same reasons we've already mentioned. Plus, it's great for throwing off the aim of any long-range turrets that your enemies might be using to hit you from the center of the map. The setup for the remaining defenders should be similar to the Reds on Serpukhov. Freeze here, Isida here, and a railgun offering support from this spot. The defense setup for the blue team is almost the same as that on Serpukhov. Freeze, Isida, railgun. Vulcan must be mounted on Mammoth because a big HP pool is more important here. Playing for the blue team on this map presents a challenge. The Mammoth standing on the flag is always under the crossfire. That's why Isida must keep healing it all the times and substitute Mammoth in case it is destroyed. Provided that you use these tactics with the full setup as I have explained, they will work perfectly for you as they have for me. Stealing the flag from your base will be a big problem for your opponents. That's it for now guys, see you on the battlefield, bye! While part of our development team is working on DM tournaments, some of our other programmers are already preparing to start working on a new update. This one will be pretty complex and will consist of several stages. We're gonna tell you about the first stage right now. A team of programmers and designers led by Semyon Struzhak are preparing the release of a new in-game shop. The main goal is to expand the existing one and to make the buying process simpler and easier to understand. For starters, we will introduce some changes in the in-game lobby. The daily quest buttons will be moved to the right side of the main menu where they belong. The buy button and the premium account button will be merged into one button called shop.
Compared to the old shop, the new one will look like a display case through which you can see the items without any distracting buttons or big columns of text. At first, we will only have the usual crystal packages and premium account time.
Eventually, we'll be bringing in more items as bundles, including supplies, turrets and hulls with special offers, and even unique content such as paints that will only be available to buy here. Of course, these paints will only become available after the split of paints from resistances. We try to follow a simple principle. In-game equipment should be possible to earn from battles without the need to purchase anything.
Additionally, we'll be adding a small improvement. If you ever get a double crystal card, the buttons for purchasing crystals will turn red and will show you the sum of crystals you'll be getting from your purchase, including the bonus crystals. So now you'll be able to put away the calculator.
Of course, all of these improvements are simply the first stage. We will tell you about upcoming stages as we get closer to finalizing them.
Our plan is to have these improvements implemented by the end of the summer. This summer.
Those of you who are football fans and are actively watching the Euro 2016 already know about the Football Frenzy event. Here's a quick update for everyone. Portugal and France are the two finalists of the Euro 2016 championship. To those of you who bought the paints supporting these teams, congratulations! This Sunday the finals will be played and the Euro 2016 will have its champions. Unfortunately, Wales and Germany have been eliminated from the championship. With their defeat, the hope of their tanker fans is shattered. For having bought the paint supporting their team, they will receive 25 units of each supply as consolation. These rewards, as well as the others, will be handed out on the 11th of July. The Tanki online newspaper is back after a bit of redesign break. The new edition looks cooler than ever, and it's literally packed with all sorts of exciting guides, contests, interviews, stories, and opinion pieces. If you're caught up with the middle ranks, the Mid-Ranker's Handbook brings you advice, tips, and strategies to help you dominate the arena and keep moving towards your final goal of Generalissimo. And if parkour is your thing, you'll want to check out the Guide to OSA by the Flying Parkourists, together with a detailed walkthrough article that will help you fly just like those crazy tankers. So check out this latest edition of the Tanki online newspaper. The link is in the description. Video of the week. Last week we asked you to send us a video with the theme "I am playing on the Rio map." Let's watch the best video. For next week's video, we'd like to see a cool video recorded on the night map. Visual effects are welcome. We've decided to rework the question of the week section starting with the next episode of our vlog. There will be two changes. First, the question of the week video will once again become part of the vlog episode. Second, we're changing the way you submit your answers. You'll be using a form to submit your nickname together with the answer to the question of the week. Two winners will be randomly chosen and there will be no need for likes or votes. So all those who answer the question correctly will have an equally fair chance of winning. For this week, we'll be doing it the old way. You can open the question of the week video from the annotation at the end of this episode or from the link in the description. That's it, everyone. Play tanky and cheer for your favorite Euro 2016 teams. Bye!